I think the most frustrating aspect here is that in 2010, the Oireachtas introduced legislation that was meant to end this practice. It was putting in place a system that if somebody didn't pay a fine, that a system of instalments would be put in place. And then if they didn't pay the instalments, that they would get a community service order, and only in the absolute final scenario would they end up going to prison. But what's happened there is that the system of instalments has never been put into effect, because the IT elements within the court service that would be necessary to process the instalments wasn't put in place. Now, this is 3 years on, and in fact the problem has got significantly worse over the interim. The IT system has never been put in place, and the new government has now said that it intends to introduce further legislation, which is going to delay it further, it seems. The current government blames the previous government because it says it shouldn't have introduced the legislation without ensuring the IT system was in place, first of all. The new government has estimated it would cost $400,000 to put in place the IT system, but that hasn't happened. Now, the Minister has said that he has allocated the funds for this, but it now seems that there's a further delay because the government is introducing additional legislation to allow some of the fines to be taken off at source, either from social welfare or salaries. The overall picture, though, for the taxpayer is that we are paying significant amounts of money every year to carry the burden of this. And I think more importantly, the guards and the prison service, both who are under a lot of pressure, are processing this large number of people to no good end. Guards don't need to be bringing people to prison. They're in for default and fines. They don't want to be doing it. And the prison service certainly doesn't want to be processing these people. I mean, it's difficult to fully quantify the amount of guard time wasted by going to people's house, arresting them, bringing them to prison, and then knowing they'll be released a couple of hours later. And also for the prison service, the time that's spent in processing people, medical examinations, and all the rest that's involved in a committal process. And these are two institutions that are under a lot of pressure at the moment, and trying to find efficiencies and dealing with this problem is something they really shouldn't be having to cope with.